Marysville, and welcome to Charger Chat. Here we have Karishma, and she is a representative from FINAO, which is a social networking site. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what FINAO is?
Well, FINAO has many different aspects, but basically it stands for Failure is Not an Option, and it is a social platform online where you can go and track all of your goals, and you can follow other people's goals, and it's a lot of fun online. And we also have clothing like what I'm wearing today. They generally have like a FINAO logo on it, or it'll say something funky and cool. But yeah, so there's a lot of different aspects.
So I've heard a lot about FINAO Nation.
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
I personally believe FINAO Nation is just the community of people on FINAO. So, I mean, technically that's what the company is called, but I think what it really stands for is basically everyone who is part of FINAO and goes online and, puts their FINAOs online and is just part of the community. So, yeah.
So in FINAO Nation, are the people like a wide age group?
They are, yeah. So we have people who are just in middle school, and it can go up to, whatever age. I know we have like Wallace who's on there, and we have me I'm in college. I'm 20 years old, so it's really relevant to me. The people that I kind of network with more are generally my age, so I go online and see like my brothers or people who go to UW with me. So yeah, it's a wide range.
So how do you guys like advertise to all these people to let them know that FINAO even exists?
Yeah, good question. It's a little different than you would generally think. So we haven't done. I'm a marketing major, so we haven't done a lot of like typical marketing where you put up ads and you print it, and it's more just word of mouth. So we've been going to different high schools and going to different colleges and just asking them to wear a FINAO shirt or just go online and see the FINAO app, and it's kind of like blossomed, and it's just gone viral because we haven't really done very much marketing. So, and we've already have a couple thousand users online. So that's basically how we're marketing now, just word of mouth.
So how many people work for FINAO? Like, how do you handle this giant thing?
Yeah. It's kind of cool. We actually are a small startup company, so it's less than 20. So that's not very much. But our affiliates and the community is a lot larger. So people who come in and they kind of give their input to the product and stuff makes it well over hundreds. So yeah, but working for FINAO is 20, under 20.
So how did you come up with the logo?
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it just the way that it looks now. You probably can't see it, but it's like FINAO, and it's really thin lettering. It started off looking like something completely different, and we just kept having more and more students come in, and not just students, but people our age. They just kept coming in and saying, you know what, this doesn't really stand out to me. I want something a little bit bolder, or I want a different color, or things like that. So it just kind of evolved over time.
So the idea for FINAO,
Yeah.
did that just show up one day, or was it
Yeah.
like something else? It kind of just turned into FINAO?
Yeah, I think there are two different ways to answer this question, but I'm just going to answer it how I personally believe that it came. I think it's always been there. I think there has always been this FINAO Nation out there, but no one's really kind of captured it. But Wallace, the idea for it came well before the company even started. When he was working at Microsoft, Microsoft they generally are very smart people working there, so there's a lot of conflicts, a lot of egos and all of that. But every time there was a huge project or huge conflict or dispute that they needed to work with, this overlying concept of FINAO that you can make mistakes, but failure in the end is not an option, and you're going to get to where you need to be. I think that's where it really started, and it just evolved into being a company.
So I know there's a social networking site, but you guys don't want to be like a social network per se. So are you more of like a positive aspect, like no drama, no negativity sort of thing?
Yeah, and I think Yeah, I do believe that we're more positive because I don't think, I mean, like, I have, a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything that, is out there for us to use. And, they're really fun and stuff, but there's a lot of negativity on there. There's a lot of bullying on there. And I think that's really relevant for people our age. So when you go onto FINAO, I mean, who's going to go onto FINAO and say, you know what, your dreams suck? Like, no one's, I mean, I would hope not. So we have like measures in place to, if there is something put up there that violates the code of the company, it would be taken off. But I have never seen anything like that. It's just such a positive place to be.
I find it pretty amazing that this thing exists, and most people abuse social networking, but nobody's thought to do that. Like, everyone respects FINAO with a sort of level that we don't want to ruin that. I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
So, where is FINAO currently located? Is it like a actual place?
Yeah, it's well, we have a really cool office in Mukilteo, and I don't know, I think that's like half an hour away from here. It took about 30 to 40 minutes to get here. It's just a small company office, and downstairs we have where we take all the pictures and do all the fun stuff, and upstairs is where all the brain work goes. So yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a little break and show you a little commercial to see what FINAO is really about. So we'll be right back. Welcome back, Marysville. So if you're just tuning in, here we have a representative from FINAO. FINAO is just a social networking site all about achieving your goals. And if you just watched that little commercial, I would like to talk about that. Yeah. So how do you find the people from schools that you want to be in these commercials? Like, how do you hunt them down?
Yeah. I know a lot of it was through Wallace's work. We wanted FINAO to be as diverse as possible. So what someone thinks, like for me, if I was in there, it would probably be about school or about working out. But there are other people out there who their FINAO is something completely different, like painting or drama. So I think that Wallace did a really good job of going out there and, finding people who have such different, different goals in life, and just brought them into the video. And yeah, that's why we have so many different things in there. We have a skateboarder to working out to so many different people. So
yeah, I mean, we have some people here at our own school that are FINAO representatives.
Yeah.
And they're all ages too, and I think that's really nice.
That's awesome.
And so I've heard of Feet on the Street interview. I was talking to Teresa about those, so you want to explain what that is? Because I still don't really know.
The Feet on the Street?
Yeah.
So I believe I was kind of there for that when they were talking about it. I'm not too familiar with it, but they just go out to people. I think this is the one where they go out to people and they just interview them on the street, or was it that they go out and they just excuse me, that they just go out and find people to interview, because there were a few different things that they were talking about. Do you know which one it was? And I can kind of elaborate. But
I think it was just to go out and ask people in interviews.
yeah.
So
Okay. So for that, it kind of originated from going to like a high school. When I was going to Monroe High School, I was like, why don't we just go out and like interview people and ask them what their FINAO is, and just kind of catch up on the spot. So I think it kind of evolved to not just high schools and to just more people. But I think it's still evolving, the idea of that. So I don't know where they are currently on it.
So what is your personal FINAO?
Yeah, I have so many FINAOs. I think the website really helps me like keep track of it. So the one that I think was most relevant to me was the one I had when I was 17. I think everyone's heard of the freshman 15, right? When you gain 15 pounds in college, because you're working full time, you're going to school full time, and it just happened. So I gained my freshman 30. So my FINAO in the very beginning was recognizing that there was something I wanted to change. And then my FINAO was to, lose that weight. And it kind of evolved into like from an individual FINAO to a group FINAO. And I was like, I want to help other people out there. So, I did some research, and I'm actually a trainer at the University of Washington, Bothell now. And, next year I'm going to be running the gym there. So I'm going to be running all the fitness supervisors and the fitness trainers there, and kind of just collaborating with them and going out and seeing what our community wants. And, from anything from like Zumba to yoga to, Pilates, to boot camp, so just all these crazy things. And then, from my small FINAO of me losing weight and getting in shape, it went to a community FINAO, and now everyone that goes to my class has a FINAO. So they're all required to have at least one FINAO that they need to report back to me, and it's pretty cool. So yeah.
it's nice to know that you can show that you can accomplish your FINAO, and it's not just some idea out there.
Exactly, and that's what differentiates it from a goal, I think.
So what are your plans to further FINAO? Like, where is it going?
I think eventually it's gonna it's already caught fire, but I think that, I think the community really needs to just be aware of it. And so I think once that the community becomes aware, they're gonna wanna check it, once a day. And unlike Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, when you're constantly on it, even in class, because you're just so addicted to it, you're going to check it maybe once a day, once every other day, and it's just going to keep you on track. So I think that eventually the clothing line, that's what I love, is so comfortable. But I think that the clothing line and the social platform is just going to launch off. So, yeah.
So about the clothing line, how many types of clothing do you have?
Yeah, so it ranges. So we have some like super cute yoga pants that you can use to work out or do yoga in, or just lounge, go to school, whatever. And then we have like, sweatshirts like this. We have like some accessories like bags and stuff, but it's kind of evolved. So from just being like a shirt, it's gone to like more to where it could, you could wear complete, other than shoes, FINAO gear. So yeah.
So has FINAO spread worldwide, or is it just in like certain states? Or
it's actually so funny, because I would have answered this differently just a couple of weeks ago, but we're doing a launch in a Hong Kong high school. So it is going global. And it was never intentionally supposed to do that, but just I think we here in the United States are not the only people who need FINAO and who need something out there that's going to help them reach and track their goals. So I think it's so cool that we're going to Hong Kong, especially just so far away from here, and we're gonna launch there and see how it goes.
All right. What does it take to keep FINAO going? Like, how do you keep it in people's mouths and catching fire everywhere and around the world?
I think it's a lot easier than I think it'll be a lot easier than other websites. So, for example, everyone has dreams and desires. You can ask someone, like, if you see yourself in 5 years, what do you want to do? Like, okay, I want to graduate and then work for 2 years before I go to college. That's a FINAO. So, FINAO is in everyone's mind already. So I think just like having that app readily available and having it easy to be on, I think that's the way to keep it in people's mouths, making it easy for them to track their goals. So yeah.
So I know you keep bringing up Wallace. Who
Yeah.
is he?
Wallace is actually, I think you guys saw him. He came in earlier, but he's the CEO of the company, and he's the one who kind of brought it from when it was just an idea. And yeah.
Okay, so what are the steps you think that you need to take to make FINAO a well-known movement? Sorry.
I think just reaching out to students. Honestly, I remember when I was in high school, gossip spread so fast, like wildfire, right? So I think if we just sprout a seed like that, it'll spread like wildfire. Because at UW Bothell, so many people use FINAO now just because they see me, wearing a FINAO jacket or something like that, and they ask me what it is. So I think just by talking to people, showing people what it can do for them, and holding contests and things like this, so people are like, wow, that's actually really cool. It's pretty awesome. So because we want it to be different than a Facebook or an Instagram. So we want to approach it a lot differently.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, speaking of contests, and when we come back, we'll see how long it takes to register for a FINAO account.
What if there was a place that allowed you to follow your dreams?
To accomplish your goals.
To believe the possibilities are endless.
What if there was a place that allowed you to be yourself?
Where I'm free to be me.
Where there are no comments, no drama, and no negativity.
There is such a place. It's called FINAO. It's a place where you can go where by your own definition of success,
By my own definition of success.
failure is not an option.
It's a personal app that allows you to be inspired by others,
While others are inspired by you. Create your FINAOs and track your progress with posts, pictures, and videos.
And show others who you really are.
FINAOs are bigger than just goals.
FINAOs are all about learning from your experiences,
And making them part of your journey. They're your dreams.
and they're your aspirations.
I will be an airline pilot.
I will be fluent in 10 languages.
Your opportunities are endless, and failure is not an option.
All right, welcome back. So here we have Vitaly and we have Rachel, and we're gonna see who can register faster. Okay, ready, set, go. Oh, Vitaly's in the lead.
Use two hands, dude.
There you go, 2 hands.
School 88.
Yay! I think you did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel
Rachel
wins.
Yeah, because now you can talk about your FINAOs. So.
All right, and now she's on a screen where you just name your FINAOs, and then she did it. All right. Okay, we're gonna go to another break, and we'll be right back. All right.
It doesn't sign up.
To those who have said, I can't. To those who have said, I won't. I will.
One person gets a shirt.
All right, welcome back. And that was fun. Now we're here with the representative from FINAO again. And let's see. So, registering for FINAO is pretty fast and pretty easy. And I think that makes it fun for a lot of people to do it because it doesn't take all day. It takes like 5 seconds and you're just talking about yourself.
Yeah.
So do you have a FINAO personally?
I do. So I have a FINAO, and it has some pretty funky FINAOs on there. So, yeah.
So what's the funniest FINAO you think you have on there?
Well, this is a while ago, but my mom always gets mad at me because I don't know how to cook. So she's like, you need to learn how to cook, like you're gonna move out someday, you need to learn how to cook. So my friend Lacey and I decided, you know what, this summer we're gonna learn how to cook. So that was one of our FINAOs. It was actually to go to a cooking class, but I never ended up getting to do that. So what we did, because everything's online now, so we just went on YouTube and we looked up how to make these like stuffed chili peppers, and they were supposed to be healthy or whatever. And we made them, and I swear to God, they were the grossest things I've ever had in my life. So that FINAO didn't really work out, but I'm working on it. So I think that's probably the funniest FINAO that I've had. So.
What? Oh, you can go. Go ahead.
Okay, so what's the most memorable FINAO you've seen?
I think all of them, because they range from, something small to something huge. But, one of the people on FINAO was, they grew up in a really kind of messed up environment, and going to college and, going past even a high school degree wasn't really an option, because it just wasn't normal for their family. And so I think for them, they went on FINAO and they said, I want to do this. And now they're applying to, University of Washington and, going out, getting scouted by different soccer teams and stuff. So it's just crazy to see, for me, it could be losing weight in a cooking class, but for someone, it could be a life changer, like going to school, going to college. And so I think that was probably the most memorable to me personally.
So has anyone tried to put negative things on there? And if you see them, how do you take them off?
Like I said, we have a code that gets them taken off, but I have not ever personally seen anything negative on there. I haven't even really seen like profanity or anything. It's just really just positive. It's a really, really, really positive environment. So
I actually went on FINAO yesterday, and I think it's interesting that it can range from things like I want to learn how to cook to I want to be an airline pilot to I want to be a model. And I think it's crazy that people have these kind of dreams and you can put them on there and you can talk about anything. How many of your friends do you know that have this FINAO account?
Well, friends like from school or just in general?
Just
like
in
people
general.
I know. I probably know about, I'm guessing around 100 people. I mean, that's just like a wild guess, but I know most of the people on there, which is really cool. So, and I don't know them by, how many followers they have or how Insta famous they are or their selfies they post. I know them because of their goals and what they actually want to do with their life. So it's cool. Yeah. So I know them on a very deep level, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So FINAO was meant to spread people's goals, and do you know a lot of people that achieve them?
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
I think, when you kind of look back and you look back at your life and you see all of these things that you wanted to accomplish but you just didn't because you lost track, or you were working too much, or you were going to school too much, things like that. And I think FINAO kind of keeps you on track. So I definitely see a big increase in people who actually achieve their FINAOs that are on FINAO.com.
So I think I should make a FINAO because
Yeah.
how many goals can you put on there? Like as many as you
Unlimited.
want?
Unlimited.
Do you have a lot or do you just have a couple?
Me
or?
personally?
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple right now, but now that I'm thinking and I'm actually talking about it, I actually want to go on and put a lot more. So anything from I really wanted to learn self-defense. I mean,
I learned
felt
that
like
too.
Yeah, I feel like that is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. Personally, I think that. So I wanted to learn self-defense. So finally, after 3 months of my friend begging me and it being my FINAO, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to complete it. I'm going to go in. I'm going to sign up. I signed up. Today's the third day. I'm still so sore from my kickboxing class, and I'm just so happy that I did it. So, I mean, I can have, a couple on there, or I can have 15 or 16 on there. It all depends. But currently, right now, I have just a couple.
All right. Well, we're going to take another little break and we'll be right back for you guys.
So Andy, did you see that New Orleans won last night?
Yeah, I know. They're my favorite team. I mean, I've been with them since day one. It's going to be great. I mean, especially when they get those interceptions and make those touchdowns. It's awesome.
Did you just say they scored a touchdown?
Yeah.
I'm talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Do you even know who plays for the Warriors?
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
Do you even know who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans?
Yeah, Kobe Bryant.
Man, the bandwagoners, I swear. They don't even know who plays for the teams. You said LeBron James plays for Golden State. He's been playing for Cleveland all season.
Yeah, I know. I hate bandwagoners.
You want to stop bandwagoners? We'll start calling them out. Because they didn't get called out and they think it's okay to jump bandwagons. And name a bunch of teams, well, that they don't know about. Stop bandwagoners 2015. Let's go.
All right, welcome back. So, do you have anything you would like to add on?
Yeah, of course. I think that you guys have done such a good job asking me questions. I actually have a couple for you.
Go ahead.
What is your FINAO? I can start with you here. What's a FINAO that you have?
A FINAO I would have is I want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
After I graduate, I'd like to teach like language arts to little kids or like high schoolers maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't really decided.
Yeah.
I also would like to learn self-defense like you
Yeah.
said. And I think it'd be fun to work with ice cream. So I have like a couple varieties.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, field day has ice cream sometimes.
Yep,
You know,
that's
on the
true.
field. So I think that, you know, FINAO will help you a lot because a teacher, that's like a lot of schooling and stuff. So, I mean, not everything is just going to be a straight win, right? There's going
Yeah.
to be, you know, you're going to 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, vice versa. So I think FINAO would be awesome for you to kind of track that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good inspiration too
Yeah.
to see other people doing
to keep
it.
going. Yeah, that's awesome. What about you?
Yeah, mine's like actually like really wide. I just kind of want to impact people's lives as much
Yeah.
as I can. I plan on doing like mission trips and stuff,
That's
but
awesome.
that's basically
Yeah.
my
So
one and only.
that's awesome. So a thing about that is that's kind of like what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to help people, and it kind of goes from like an individual goal to a community goal, and then other people can get FINAOs off of that. So that's awesome that you want to kind of do that. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming and glad to have you here. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh, God.